Hey everyone, Chantal Lyons here, Ambassador Diamond with It Works Global. Before I get started, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. So if you can type in the little box, yes, perfect. Thank you, Stacy. All right, I'll go ahead and get started. First of all, I just want to say hi and welcome to our new distributor training webinar. We are going to dive right in. I'm going to try to get this done so that you guys can go off and build your business and get with your families. But thank you so much for taking the time to get on tonight. I appreciate it. I know your time is valuable, so thank you. You'll want to get a pen and paper out so you can take some notes. We have a ton of great information to share with you tonight, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first step is a checklist we're going to give you because we probably have some people who are brand new, a few days in, a few weeks in, so we just want to welcome you. This list of items we're about to go over is going to be super helpful to check off all those things that you're going to want to do as a new distributor. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is download the It Works app. When you go to your app store, it's the It Works mobile app and it has the black icon, and the developer is called FragMob. You're going to log in and have it opened to the dashboard, and as you go through your training in eSuite, you will have that. Another app that you're going to want to get is called the Wrap app. And this is an app that you can use to post your before and after pictures. It will just frame them right there for you, and then you can submit it to corporate and get your pictures approved. All right, next you're going to want to watch eSuite training. This is super important because this training, the videos are just easy to follow. They break everything down, very specific, and make it very easy for you to catch the vision, learn how to work this business. They are super short, about 5 minutes a piece. So you'll want to watch them sometime as soon as possible. You can watch them all together, or you can just watch a few every time you get some spare time on your hands. So they're awesome. From there, once you log into your eSuite, from there you're going to go to the tab at the top that says It Works You. And then once you're there, you're going to find a link for the Training Academy. That's the one you're going to want to click. And they are YouTube-style videos. And it's going to take you about 45 minutes total to watch them all. But it's super important that you do this so that you can get acquainted with our company. The people who run it, our CEO is in there, and of course Pam Souter, Mike Patillo, Mark Pentecost, all of them. So all kinds of good stuff for you. Sometimes the eSuite videos act up. If you run into that issue, just let your sponsor or upline know, and they'll be able to help you out with that. Okay, this next part is really important because a ton of information is in here. It's in your eSuite Documents tab. So again, log into your eSuite. At the top, you're going to see a button that says Documents. The Documents tab has a ton of great information, marketing material, flyers, promotion rules, how to qualify for things, and most importantly, product information sheets. These are something, I just use them still to this day. Anytime anybody has a question about any of our products, you're going to find during your career as a distributor that people are going to ask you a lot of medical questions. I'm on this medication. Is it okay to use fat fighters? I have high blood pressure. Can I take ThermoFit? All that kind of stuff. So honestly, there's no way that we can know all of these answers, and there's really no need to because that's not our job. We're not doctors. Our only job is to get those product information sheets into the hands of whoever's asking it. So I usually just email it to them. So if somebody has a question about fat fighters, for instance, you're just going to search up in the Documents tab, fat fighters or Ultimate Body Wrap, whatever their question is about. So that's all you'll use that for, and then they can then get the approval from their doctor. So those sheets have, FAQ instructions, most importantly, the ingredients. A lot of people have allergies to certain things, so we want them to know what's in the products. So our customers, distributors can get their hands on that, take it to their doctor, and then make an informed decision. So make sure that you check out that document section. All right, while you're still in your eSuite, go to the Auto Shipment tab and make sure you have it set up for ADBB and at least run your first auto ship in your first 30 days so that you are qualified for all of your Fast Start bonuses, product credits. You do not want to miss out on that. If you are really going to work this business and be serious about it, and have it change your life and have, a good income coming in from it, you need to be running your auto shipment every single month. That's really the only way to guarantee your paycheck. So that's our only overhead is our ADBV auto shipment. So if you think about somebody that owns a restaurant or a boutique, their overhead is pretty substantial. They've got rent and electric bills, phone bills, employees, insurance, inventory, all that good stuff. So we don't have that. Our only overhead is our auto shipment. So run that. You are guaranteed your paycheck no matter what your rank. We don't have to keep inventory or meet any quotas. That's all we have to do is run that auto shipment. So at the very least, run it in your first 30 days so that you are for sure qualified for all the things that we just talked about, because you definitely don't want to miss out on those. Okay, now you have probably already done this, but just to make sure, please go through your Facebook groups and check out the Files tab, see what types of files there are in there. A lot of people like to save some of the files onto their desktop or wherever you keep your stuff organized. Also check out the photos that are available in there as well. And make sure you save before and after pictures to your phone just to have them handy. People, when you talk about this product, when you're out blitzing and interacting with people, they're going to want to see pictures. So as you talk about things, make sure you have pictures to back up what you're talking about. So don't just save belly pictures. You're going to want to save different parts of the body. So not everyone wants to wrap their belly. Some people want to wrap their thighs or their neck or their arms. Some pictures of arms, legs, a mixture of things. And then also make sure that you're saving pictures from some of our other products like Defining Gel, Stretch Mark Cream, Wow. We just have a ton of really, really good products. So just have a nice little mixture of all of them so that you can show them. If you're not on Instagram yet, you will definitely want to get on that. It's a gold mine if you work it right. You will want to be working Facebook and Instagram both, just because that is a great way to get your information, your products, your business opportunity in front of a lot of people very quickly all at once. Honestly, when I first started, that's a huge, huge way that I grew my business was just consistently posting on Facebook twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. So talk to people in person, of course, build those relationships. But if you are working it on Instagram as well, that just will increase the number of people that you're reaching. It's okay if you've never used Instagram before. I hadn't either, but there are instructions in the file section of our game plan page. That would be the page that you saw the information for this webinar on, with a video on how to get it going. It's really about lifestyle posts, and so making sure that you are including pictures of, we like to call it, it's all the F. So food, fashion, family, fun, freedom, all that good stuff, but also what you're doing. You just want to pull people in and entice them, not push them away. So that's that. Let's talk about posting on your website, on Facebook and Instagram. So a few options here. You can post your website with spaces in between the .com. You can post it onto an image, or you can simply not post it at all. I don't post mine. I just have people contact me directly, and just let them know to contact you for more information that way. I personally prefer not to post it just because I feel like it looks more personable if I'm just posting images and speaking the way I would normally speak to somebody. When I'm talking to somebody, I'm not going to blurt out my website. So I am a lifestyle poster, so I like to post about my life and kind of drip on people and entice them and get them to come to me. So you can do that if you want, whichever you prefer. Getting the correct information and all their questions answered is important to me, so I do prefer for them to contact me instead of just going to my website without me knowing. You can also purchase a GoDaddy domain name to master It Works website if you are tech savvy enough to figure that out. I am not tech savvy at all. The reason we can't post directly onto social media is because Facebook has started blocking e-commerce websites because they want us to start buying their ads. If you notice on the side of Facebook, there's all kinds of ads. So our It Works sites have been affected by this. But, we found a way around it, and that is by doing one of the 4 options I just gave you. So you decide what will work best for you. And then you're going to want to launch on Facebook. This is so important. I say it all the time. If nobody knows that you sell wraps, how will they buy them from you, or anything for that matter? We have so many amazing products. So do for sure launch on Facebook. Let people know you are doing this. Be excited. That is what grabs people's attention. Post before and after pictures. Show how much fun you're having. We will talk more about this in a bit, but definitely post on Facebook. All right, and then you're going to want to set up your actual launch party. So within your first 10 days of being a distributor is ideal. Some of you may be outside of that 10-day window and you still haven't done yours. That's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. Totally okay. Not a failure. But just try to get it in the books as soon as possible. Getting yourself in front of people, getting your feet wet, practicing the presentation, practicing getting the wraps on people. That is all just really important. So if you're brand new, you're going to want to do this as soon as possible. If you haven't already done it, just get it scheduled. No big deal. And it doesn't need to be anything formal, you guys. We are very chill in this company. If you don't already know that already, you can just call a couple of friends, have them come over, tell them you want to wrap them for a party price of $25. You're going to go over a little presentation just to practice for your new endeavor. They can give you feedback and let you know how it went, all that good stuff. So that can be your launch. I just need to take a little bag of a few wraps. I usually take a little bit of fat biters or some greens and a dry wrap, and that's it. So nothing major. I sit in a chair and I just talk like I'm sitting next to my best friend at lunch. That's kind of how we do this business. We keep it simple. We're all about duplication because when people are watching you at a party, they're looking at you thinking, oh, I could do that too. So the easier and simple we keep it, the better, because we want people to visualize them doing it themselves. So you can call it whatever you want. You can call it a wine party, a ladies' night, a spa party, a skinny Sunday, a wrapping Wednesday, really whatever you want to call it. The idea is just to get people together and share what you have to share. There's lots of ways to get it done. The most important part is that you just do it. All right, so getting plugged in. Moving on, it's super important that as you get into this adventure, this journey, you stay plugged in. You know, we say if you want to stay on fire, you got to stay close to the fire, and that's so, so true. The most successful distributors are the ones who are on calls, who are plugged in on webinars, reading books, on leadership, getting to events, all that good stuff. You know, I say a third of my time is spent on gaining new business, you know, new loyal customers, new distributors. A third is on my current business, training current distributors, personally enrolled. And then the last third is staying plugged in, keeping my skills developed, getting on calls, looking at the team pages, all that good stuff. So just know that success leaves clues. If you stay close to successful people and do what they do, you can pick up those clues and be successful too. All right, a great way to stay plugged in is to be on the corporate call every Sunday and Monday night. We have them every single week. Mark, Pam, and Mike do a call every Sunday. Sunday night is the family call, and it's short to the point. It gets you excited for the week. And then every Monday night, the Show Me the Money call happens. And that's more of, you know, hearing inspiring stories of super successful distributors. The Sunday calls are always short. They kind of just talk about what's going on in the company, where we're headed, and then they just get you pumped. The business is the fire that they give you for this business is contagious. The Show Me the Money call is, like I said, successful distributors. So you'll want to get on these calls for the next 4 weeks. I promise it's going to really help your excitement for this business. It'll help it grow. You can listen online or through the phone. Pam Stouter, you'll want to follow her on Facebook. She always posts them directly onto her Facebook page. Or you can just go to www.myitworksevents.com and get all the info there. Facebook groups are awesome. Stay plugged into those. This is the only way that we really have to communicate with you. So if you can check in once or twice a day to see what's going on, that would be awesome. But on the flip side, we don't want you to be stuck on them all day, every day. You know, get on there, find some information, ask a question, get the answer, but build your business. You know, check into them a couple times a day just to make sure you're getting what you're needing to get. You're finding out about stuff that you're needing to learn, and keep your notifications on, but get what you need and then, you know, get out of there, I guess what I'm trying to say. All right, there are some great past conference calls. One in particular is a newbie to Double Diamond call. This leader, she's ambassador now, but she went Double Diamond in 1 month. And not necessarily wanting you to think, you know, you have to go Double Diamond in 1 month. If you can, that's awesome. But if you can't, really, this call just has a ton of great information, tips on what she did to get to Double Diamond in a month. So, you know, even if you want to utilize those tips, it can't do anything but help you. So there is an image and a file in the game plan page that you're on that will have that call. It's Mackenzie Schultz, Ruby to Double Diamond call. Shares a lot of great tips, a lot of great information that you can utilize to grow your own business. So I encourage you to take the time to listen to it. It's an awesome, awesome call. All right, let's talk about your steps to success and what's up for grabs. So in your first 30 days as a distributor, you're going to want to get your first 4 loyal customers by within your first 30 days, excuse me, because once you do that, you get 120 in free product credit, 2 wrap rewards, fast start bonuses, which is unlimited. That's basically once you get your first 2 loyal customers, you're considered fast start qualified. Then from that point on, every single distributor that you personally sponsor, they get 2 loyal customers. That's $100 every single time they get 2 loyal customers. Well, it's a one-time payout, so for every distributor you sign, you only get it one time. But still, you sign 8 distributors in a month, they all get their 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days. It's $800 in just fast start bonuses. So it's a great way to get some money. So how do you do that? How do you hit Ruby? Ruby, there's a Ruby bonus up for grabs. You'll want to check the rules for that, but most importantly, make sure that you all have 4 active loyal customers. 4 active loyal customers. So 4 customers that have fulfilled their 3-month commitment, or they, paid their $50 to become a loyal customer without having to do 3 months. So one or the other, but you'll just want to check and make sure that you have 4 active loyal customers so that you are eligible for bonuses if you sign up within that time frame that they are here. All right, steps to success. That's what S2S stands for. 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. Find 4 people who want to use the products and 3 people who need or want money, just like you did. So when you sign 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you're going to get 120 in product credit, and you're also going to turns into 2 wrap rewards, because for every 2 loyal customers you sign, you get a wrap reward. So 4 loyal customers will equal 2 wrap rewards, which are basically boxes of wraps for $25 each. And then with those 3 distributors, when you teach them how to do their steps to success, you will earn $300 in fast start bonuses. So fast start bonuses are $100 a piece, like I said. So 3 distributors would be $300. Then, like I said, if you teach those 3 distributors their steps to success and they complete it, in a couple of months, you're going to be training your team to do those. You'll be Ruby before you know it, and the average Ruby check is about $600 a month. So it's awesome. Now, that It Works app I mentioned earlier, it's awesome for keeping track of your first 30 days. So on the dashboard, you're going to see a Steps to Success worksheet, and it's live. So live means it's going to update as you get distributors and customers, and it has an awesome countdown at the bottom of the dashboard. So a 30-day countdown, so you know exactly when your 30 days are going to be up, and it gives that all to you right there. So day 1 is the day that you became a distributor. That's your day 1. So make sure you are following that app to make sure you get all of your good stuff in those first 30 days. Oh, sorry, I went a little too far. All right, so the cool thing about the steps to success is that if you complete them for 3 months in a row and you teach your team to do the same thing, you will be Diamond. So Diamond is our first leadership rank. It's where you want to run towards, because once you get Diamond, that's like when the magic really begins to happen, and it's going to happen fast. So if you help your team to do the same, it's a win-win. The more people you help, the more successful you are. You can't be greedy in this business if you want success, longevity, long-term success. So the compensation plan really does start to open up at Diamond. This business is very simple. It's not complicated. I always say, my job that I worked before this, I was a legal assistant. It was simple, but I was working 8 hours a day, and I worked harder at that job than I have to at this. The problem is, even though it's simple, you do have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with this. And so if you complete your steps every single month, you will hit Diamond. So don't overcomplicate it. The steps to success is where it's at. It's the key to amazing things happening for you in this business. All right, so blitz, wrap, repeat. That's really all we do and what our focus is on. All right, so this game plan, we are doing a big all-out massive push with our entire team, and we are so excited for it. It ends at the end of April, and really the process and tools are here to make it easy for you. We do 3 live potential distributor webinars every week, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8:30. Central Time. And then every Wednesday night, we do a new distributor training, 8:30 Central Time, every single week up until the end of April. And so really all you have to do is invite people one-on-one to check it out. And that's it. So and once they sign up, plug them into the new distributor training. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're adding them to the game plan pages as you enroll them. If you're not, ask your enroller to add you so you can get plugged into it and utilize all the information and tools that we have in there for you. This functions like a machine. Everything is wash, rinse, repeat, duplicatable. I always say you want to keep this business and what you're doing so simple that you could explain it to a kindergartner and they could explain it back to you. So you're going to consult, you're going to ask questions, you're going to tell stories, tell people stories that inspire you, reasons why you joined, and then you're going to invite them to a webinar or you're going to invite them to a 3-way call. The most important thing is that you're asking. And then, of course, the fortune is in the follow-up. So you need to follow up, have your hundreds list, and keep track of, when you followed up, what they said, and when you're going to follow up again, and how you contacted them, if it was via text, email, your personal Facebook, Instagram, and then you just keep repeating, that's what it is. It's following up and doing the same things over and over again. And then you're going to use training from our group scripts. So we've got really all kinds of great information in there. Check out the file section. There's going to be a lot of great documents in there for you to use to help you really take advantage of all the tools that we've given you. And it's all out massive action. That's what AOMA stands for. All out massive action. All out massive action is what got me to ambassador in 15 months. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything about this company or the products or network marketing or the first thing about building a business, but I was excited. And when you're excited about something, you really have no limits. The only person that will limit you is yourself. So you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to reach your goals. And that's what all out massive action is. Head down, laser focus, and just working, even when things get tough and when you're exhausted and when you're just feeling like everybody's quitting, you just keep going. That's what all out massive action is. All right, our loyal customer program. It's amazing. I was actually going to become a loyal customer because it seemed so that amazing to me. So what I want to talk to you about with this is loyal customers are basically somebody who's going to receive a 40% discount off of all of our products, including wraps, and that's basically the same price that we pay as distributors. They qualify for that when they order one product a month for 3 months. And after that, they can order however and whenever they want to buy, but they will always be a loyal customer for life, and they'll always get loyal customer prices from that point on. The most important thing about what I just explained is what I did not say. If you think about it, I did not use the word auto. I didn't use the word join. I didn't use the word commitment. I didn't use the word buy. I didn't use any of that. I said receive. I said qualify, and then I gave them the power when I said after that, you can order however you want. That takes the fear factor out for people. I don't go into perk points or free shipping or any of that stuff. I just keep it so simple and easy. If they ask me more questions, of course I'm going to answer them, but this is basically where I start. And here's a really good tip for you. If someone mentions that they can't afford wraps, then they need to wait for payday or something like that, I immediately offer them the business side. Simply because if somebody can't afford $68, that's what wraps are with tax and shipping, to purchase something for themselves, they are in need of extra money in their lives. And I only say that because that's where I was before I started with this company. Buying a cup of coffee, buying a shirt at Target, that's like stuff that I just wasn't able to do because it put a real big dent in our budget. So I might say something along the lines of, I totally understand, I've been there. Or listen, have you ever considered being a distributor with me and doing what I'm doing? That way you get paid to wrap. So that's what I say. It's very simple. I always offer them the business side because, I was going to become a loyal customer. And if my sponsor had not offered me the business side of this, I never would have considered it. So she just said to me, you can become a loyal customer and make me money, or you can become a distributor and make yourself some money for $99. So that was like a no-brainer for me. That kind of did it for me. So I sign more distributors every month by doing that because I offer, no matter if they're coming to me for a product specifically, I always offer them the business. So that's a good tip to use. And make sure that everyone who buys a wrap from you gets directions. They are located in the file section of our group page. It's so important, though, that they know how to use them. I mean, I've had so many people literally take their wrap out of the package and not even unfold it. They leave it in like the little square and just slap it on. So you have to tell them stuff like that. You have to tell them they have to unfold it. Highlight the water and taking pictures portion of the instructions. This is so we can set them up for success so that they get great results. And along with that, you really need to know your client and know what they're working on. The wraps work from the outside in, so if their skin's damaged in any way, stretch marks, anything like that, the wrap's going to heal that first. So for those clients, they're going to notice their skin texture change first before they notice other changes. And it's going to take a couple more wraps before they start seeing those internal results. So if they have damaged skin, you need to let them know, those first couple of wraps are going to start repairing that skin texture first, and then maybe your third or fourth wrap, you'll start seeing the difference as far as toning, tightening, and firming. Also let them know 9 out of 10 people see results with one wrap, but some people, that 10th person, takes just a few more. So we say 1 wrap is a treat, 4 wraps come in a box, that's a treatment. So again, make sure that you set your customers up for success so that they are going to be pleased with their results and not disappointed. All right, and so the way that we can avoid this next point, which is when someone says, my wrap didn't work, I know this is something that everyone's super worried about. I was very fearful of this, that one unhappy customer. So I can tell you this, that as long as you send them directions and you're proactive with your customers, you're not going to get this very often. I have my 4-year anniversary. I've been in almost 4 years. My 4-year anniversary is next month, and I probably had less than 10 people ever tell me this. But the thing you need to remember is that if this does happen, you are the expert and you need to be confident in our products because they do work. Every single person that told me they didn't work didn't send me before and after pictures or didn't drink their water. So they didn't follow the instructions is basically what I'm saying. So it's the same cream on the same cloth in the same package for the same company. You've seen all the amazing before and after pictures from our wraps. So we know they work. They're amazing. The only variable is the person that we're putting them on. So if they say things or ask questions, say, okay, I don't know how this happens very often, so let's take a look at your pictures and put them side by side so we can look at the changes. And also check with them to make sure that they drank the correct amount of water. 9 times out of 10, you can solve the problem right there. So if you have someone who drank their water, took their pictures, and they're still having issues, we do have a document in the file section of our team page that has different things that you could work through them, the type of soap they're using, the lotion, are they taking a hot shower, things like that. But that's super unusual, so I wouldn't worry about that, honestly. But the most important thing is that you stay confident because our products do work every single time. All right, so let's talk about the do's. The do's. Okay, so here's the first do, and that's passion and excitement is infectious. When I was a brand new distributor, I had no clue what I was doing. I really didn't. I had never been in sales, and I was just really clueless. So I saw what others were doing, though, in this business, and I realized that I had stumbled onto something that was huge. And I got into this to make, honestly, I really wasn't even trying to make money. I just wanted some free product, if I'm being quite honest. But then once I got the free product, I thought, maybe I can make Ruby. Maybe I can get that extra $500 to $600 a month, which for me, that would have been, 2 car payments. So I was excited about that. And then I realized that I had my hands on something that was extremely life-changing. And whoever came with me was going to be debt-free and have an amazing life of their dreams. And so they say once your mind expands, it can never go back. That's what happened with me. My mind expanded. I saw the potential. I saw the possibilities, and really nothing was going to stop me. And so this product is amazing, and we have a business that can clearly get people out of debt and change their lives. So I started telling everybody. I shouted it from the rooftops. If you were in my life and you knew me, you knew that I was with It Works Global. And because of how excited and passionate I was about this, people just joined my team. I just shared it with everybody simply because I was just excited. And so I know that sounds super weird and simple, but that's really how it happened. I was so excited, and I realized that for the first time in my life I could dream, and I just wanted to tell everyone because I wanted them to dream with me. So this is a very different approach than some other ways you can go about building your business, but that's what I did. That's what worked for me, and I know it works for a fact because I did it. All right, the other really important thing is your mindset. As long as you keep this more about other people than yourself, you're going to be successful. My prayer is always to show other people that there is a better way. That's what I want them to see and visualize for themselves, that this could be the answer for so many people. God always puts the right people in my path. I pray people into my business. And so I always just hope that I'm brave enough to share it with them. There are some moments where I feel like I should share it, and I get so nervous and scared that I don't. That's few and far between, but I will just tell you that it always works out if I do share it. They always are grateful. I don't feel like I am selling them something. I'm just sharing an amazing product, an amazing opportunity. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and the more you do it, the easier it gets, I promise. And I always thought, you had to work full time to make money. I honestly did. I just thought that that's how my life was going to be. But I want to show people that's not the case. I'm a great example of that. I was able to quit my job and do this full time within 3 months of joining the company. And so if you can keep your heart and your mindset on others more than yourself, then you will be successful with this. Now, some people work this business very differently. They go out there hunting people, join my team for $9 million. You got to do this. And it's kind of a selfish way to do it, honestly, because people will see right through that. They will know that you don't really care. You're focused on yourself. You're talking about my team, me. So if you approach this as a consultant and as a sponsor, and that you want to show them there is a better way, that's when people are going to join your team and buy your product. This business is about relationships. It's about really caring about people. And so you can be successful together. That's, teamwork makes the dream work. That's very true. So that's the most important thing that you can take away from this. Look for people who need this blessing. Make sure everyone knows about it. And as long as you have presented it to them, then that's their choice to make, whether they, use the product or become a distributor. All right, so how do you go and find people who need this business? The first thing there is blitzing. Blitzing is where you go out and you share our products with someone. So we have blitz cards. They are about the size of your hand, and they have a before and after picture on them, and they really grab attention. A few of them come in your business builder kit, and they say, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? You can walk up to people at Target or at Walgreens and hand them a card anywhere you go, at the bank, cashier, grocery store, wherever you want to go. I have the best luck when I make a connection. So something, compliment somebody on their necklace, or ask them if they are a stay-at-home mommy or what they do for a living. Just small talk. I usually like to say, what, you're so funny, or I like your personality. That's kind of how I start the interaction. Anyway, so you're going to find something great about them, compliment them, start that relationship with them, and then you can tell them about your business, and they will be much more receptive versus you just kind of bringing it up and handing them a card. That's not really going to go too well. You can also live the blitz. Instead of walking up to someone and starting the conversation, you can wear your It Works shirt or wear a blitz card lanyard, and people will come up and ask you about it. It's kind of like, we call it reverse blitzing. And then you can just answer their questions. So if someone asks you about your lanyard, you could say, what, this is my side job, and it's turned into something bigger than what I thought it was going to be. So that's kind of what I did, dripping on people. That's what we call it. And this is when you drop hints about what you do in a conversation. You give them just enough information to where they want to know more, and that is when you start talking and hand them your card. So, you could, for example, say, tomorrow at work, slide something into a conversation about how you're so tired because you were up late last night on a webinar. That's dripping. So all of these things we just talked about, they're real life situations. And so I kind of just weave blitzing into my life. If I'm at the grocery store, if I'm at my son's football practice, if I'm at my daughter's soccer practice, I just weave it in there. I just always have a shirt on that says It Works. I always have my blitz cards, and that's just kind of how I do it. So let's see. When people, also a side note, when people start seeing you doing this and they realize you're normal and you're just like them, it kind of helps them visualize themselves being able to do this as well. All right, so last thing, listen and ask. As a distributor, listening becomes so important. You need to have your ears open everywhere you go. If you're at Target and you hear a cashier talking about how she hates her job, or she needs to find a babysitter this morning for her shift, that's kind of your cue to start talking to her. I always ask people, do you like your job? Because more than likely they're going to say no, and that's when I start talking to them about owning their own business and working from home for themselves. When you share that with people, it gets their interest, and that's the type of thing you want to listen for. So in that same line, you may hear a mom talking about weight loss or, a swimsuit. She has to get a swimsuit pretty soon, and she's mortified. That's your cue to talk to her about the wrap. On the flip side, you want to become a professional asker. If you know people who might need our products or this business, you just ask them. That's not a big deal. If you're coming from a genuine good place, people are not going to take offense to it. You just ask. We're giving them a true gift with our product and our business. Be a product of the product. Put your before and after pictures out there. It's super scary. Trust me, I know I didn't want to do it, but you know what? For me to walk up to somebody and show them my before and after makes me even more confident in our products because I have a picture of me. I can say, look, this is me. This is what this wrap did. Isn't it incredible? And immediately they get excited. They want to get it, and they want to start talking to me. So don't be afraid to be a product of the product. Find a product you love. We have a ton of them to choose from, and let that be what you're sharing with people. A lot of people love our greens. A lot of people love our lip and eye cream. So there's a lot of products to choose from. Just find one that you're passionate about and share it with the world, and that kind of gets everyone's feet wet. So just try a bunch of them and use them. All right, so let's go over the don'ts. We won't spend too much time on this because I've already touched on most of them, but first one is don't push. We don't want to pull people into what you're doing. Don't be a salesperson. Be cool, not push. So live the blitz, drip on people, show them what this business is doing for you, but don't sell them. Don't push. Don't talk about money first, talk about it last. Usually people respond to what does it take to be a distributor with it's $99, and that scares people, so don't do that. And here's why. Most of the people who will join your team are going to do so because they need money. So if their first thing that you're throwing out there to them is that it's $99 to start, there's a good chance that's going to shut them down immediately because they don't have that. They don't have $99. So if I say that first in their mind, they are already shutting down, because that's the first thing I say, and thinking they can't be a distributor because they can't afford it. And so what you're wanting to do, all you have to say is it's super simple. All you need to do to become a distributor is order a kit. It takes 10 minutes. Once you do that, you are in. Your website goes live right away. People can start ordering from you right away. I'll add you to our group page. I'll tag you in trainings. That's it. They will start asking you questions, and then you can tell them at that point. But you want them to see themselves, visualize themselves as a distributor, getting debt-free, getting excited, and thinking about the possibilities of how this can change their life, before you even start talking about money. So once they see that, they will figure out a way to get that $99, I promise. And then also along the same lines, don't give them too much information. When you're new and you're excited, you tend to talk too much. We call it word vomiting. Don't give people too much information all at once. Don't answer questions that are not asked. Keep it so simple. So simple. Give as little information as possible. It may sound crazy, but I promise it really, really does work. And don't get in your own way. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks or what they're going to say. What if I fail? What if I can't do this? That's all you. That's in your head. That's doubt in yourself, and that's in your mind. So get out of your own way, and you're going to be successful. And remember, people's opinions don't pay your bills. They don't live your life. So you're the only one that can stop you with this. So it doesn't matter what people say, what they think. You are here to make money for your family, and you're here to change your life. You're here to design a life on your terms. So just don't commit to this, and don't let fear or doubt get in the way of your success. Also, don't put limitations on people. Don't assume that they're too busy or wouldn't be interested in this or don't need the money. She would be a great distributor, but she's so busy. You guys, my sponsor, if she would have thought that and not offered me the business, I would be a teacher right now. And there's nothing wrong with being a teacher, but I didn't want to have a boss. I didn't want to have a job to go to every single day. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be in control of when I worked and who I worked with and where I worked from and what my income was. I wanted a life of limitless possibilities. And so that's what this business is. And so I was working full time. I was in grad school. I had a 1-year-old. I was busy. My son was like 9 at the time. It was awful. It was a terrible, terrible time for me to start, but I did it. And I'm so grateful that she didn't assume I was too busy and she still took it upon herself to ask me to join her team. I am forever, forever grateful for her for doing that. So don't put limitations on people. Don't, some people you think they're too skinny to like their apps. Skinny people have cellulite. Skinny people have loose skin, you know. So busy people want more time. Skinny people have trouble areas too. So just don't prejudge people. Just share it and let them decide. All right, then a few rules. The only things you can't do when talking about the wraps is say inch loss. We can't say detox or weight loss because they are classified as a beauty product. They are used on the outside of the body. So the FDA, that's just something that they watch us on, and we just can't do it. Also, we can't post about our products or business on Craigslist, Amazon, eBay, buy, sale, trade sites, or yard sales. Another thing is we're not allowed to do media as distributors. So no TV, no radio, magazines, all that stuff unless it's approved by compliance. And if you want to get approval, you'll have to contact compliance directly to get written approval. But I'll tell you this, they don't let us do TV or radio at all. That's automatic termination, so we just can't do it. We don't poach. We're one team, one mission, so we don't steal, poach, or sign other people's distributors. We don't try to steal distributors. We also don't spam. We don't cold message strangers. This is about relationships. You don't talk to people unless you have some sort of contact or relationship with them. There's a lot of people that are going out there just messaging everybody on Facebook that they see or everybody on Instagram. I get messaged, you guys, from distributors asking me to join their team. I'm an ambassador. I'm a top 20 earner. It's mortifying to me that people really are not looking at my Facebook page or my Instagram. They're just messaging me because I'm a person that's in their feed. We just can't do that. It makes us look bad. So make sure that you're building relationships and only inviting people that you have some sort of relationship with to buy your products or join your business. And no incentives. We can't say, if you become a distributor, I'll pay for your kit. No incentives to get somebody to become a loyal customer or distributor. We're just not allowed to do that. All right. So what now? So first steps. You are going to want to do those first steps we talked about, that list that we went over in the very beginning. Tell the world you don't have to wait for your kit to start working this business. I emailed everybody I knew within my first day and got 12 loyal customers. And honestly, my email said, hey, I just joined this business. Here's the before and after. Here's my website. If you have any questions, let me know. I would love your support. Thank you so much. That's it. And 12 people supported me by becoming loyal customers. So keep it easy. Don't overanalyze this. Be excited. We have a better way, and we just have to share it with people because there are people out there that need this, and they just don't know it yet. And if you don't share it with them, somebody else will. Tell success stories. Use other people's stories until you have your own. Before I had my own story, I was sharing my upline story, and I didn't know her from Adam, but I talked about her like she was my best friend. And I would tell people, I'm almost Ruby, because honestly, I was new. So a Ruby's 5 distributors. So I was really almost Ruby. So that's kind of what I told people. And lastly, have fun. This is a fun job, and you get to control every single aspect of it. So, how much you work, who you work with, where you work from, and what your income is, that is powerful. That's so powerful. So you just have to be self-motivated. You have to be willing to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I really doing everything that I could be doing to be successful with this? Am I working as hard as I could be working to reach my goals? So take full advantage of all the possibilities that you have with this business. The sky's the limit, and I'm proof of that. Anybody can do this. I'm a hot mess. If you know me in real life, you know that I don't have stuff together. But I love this business. I'm passionate about it. I love sharing it with people. So that's what I do. My goal in life now is to change as many lives as possible while I'm having fun building this business. That's what it's all about. So I thank you guys for getting on this. I am so grateful for each of you for taking the time to join us tonight on this webinar. We're so excited for you. We want to welcome you to the team, welcome you to It Works. And thank you. You rock it out. So have a great night, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye.